Bambu 3D printers are amazing, but you already knew that because you clicked on this video, so that means you probably already have a Bambu 3D printer. But you know what makes them more amazing? Upgrades. And you probably also already knew that because you clicked on this video and you want to see those amazing upgrades. If that sounds like you, then you have came to the right place. We got upgrades for the A1 Mini, A1, P1S, X1C, not the H2D because who has that kind of money? I mean, let's be honest. Today, I'm going to be showing you a mix of printable upgrades and purchasable upgrades, so whether you have the A1 Mini or the X1C, I got you covered. From build plate adhesion, to adding a screen to your A1 Mini, to reducing your multicolor print times by over 30%, I've got everything for you. And if this sounds like a video that you like, then maybe subscribe, we're trying to hit 20k. But with all that being said, let's get on to our first prints for the A1 Mini. The first upgrade I'd like to show you today is for the A1 Mini, and it is a handle and relocator for your spool holder. And it is by D43V1G on MakerWorld. You have no idea how many takes that took. This was actually my very first 3D printed upgrade for any of my printers. My A1 Mini was my very first printer, and this was my very first upgraded print for it. It has stood the test of time. I use this handle actually a lot more than you think because I move my printers around quite a bit, especially when recording. What I love about this print is its simplicity, its strength, it looks good in my opinion. Now I do get a lot of questions about relocating the spool to the top. Does that affect the weight and the balance? Now of course, yes. It does affect the weight and the distribution of that weight. However, I have noticed zero print changes, zero quality changes in my prints. I've printed hundreds of hours with a pretty full spool at the top of this thing with zero changes in print quality. This handle is super easy to install. You just need to pop the top cap off of your A1 Mini, put on this handle, re-screw it back in, and then you're going to take your spool holder and reattach it to the handle. Up next, we're going to move over to the P1S and the X1C 3D printers, and this is Stompy. Quite simply, it's just a build plate, guys, so you can just bam, toss your plate on in there and it gets lined up perfectly every time. This is a super easy print, only taking 23 minutes and a couple of grams of PETG, and it works just as advertised. It clips right in as it's supposed to, it looks really good, it looks stylish. If you print it in this green like I did, it almost looks like it's straight from Bambu. And with these things, I mean, you can go crazy. I tested out so many different angles. You can fully sideways, well not fully because it's a box, so you can't, it doesn't work that way, but if you could put it in fully sideways, I bet you these things would correct it. You can go at crazy angles and the build plate still aligns perfectly every time. I actually printed out two sets of these, one for my P1S and one for my X1C because I liked it that much. There are also plenty of different options for build plate stops for your A1 Mini and your A1 3D printers as well if that's something you're interested in. Heading back to the A1 series printers, this is the Panda Knomi by Big Tree Tech. Now I already know what you're thinking, this screen adds nothing practical to the printer, and technically you're right. But it just looks so much cooler this way than having to look at that tiny little screen. And it's got animations, come on. And you're telling me that you own a 3D printer and you only use it for practical things? I just don't believe it. I know you've printed out a multicolor lizard. The Panda Knomi is super easy to install. It replaces the front cover on your A1 Mini or your A1 full-size printer, and it has a cable that runs along your power cable and it plugs into the side right next to your AMS if you have one. That's how it gets its power, and then it shows you when it's cleaning the nozzle, it shows you when it's leveling the bed, how much percentage your print is done. It even shows you when it's pooping, which I mean is just kind of cool. And it also has this super nice idle screen, so your printer just always looks just that much cooler than everybody else's A1 Mini or A1 full size. It's up to you really, it works on both. Next we're going to stick with those enclosed printers for a minute and talk about this top glass riser for your P1S or your X1C. PLA specifically is very susceptible to heat creep. Not that creep as in your neighbor down the road. Heat creep is something where there's too much heat in the environment and it creeps on your print. When printing with an enclosure, heat can build up, especially around the printer bed and hot end. This heat can soften the PLA filament before it reaches the nozzle, causing jams and print quality problems. The glass riser allows for better ventilation by lifting the top glass, creating space for hot air to escape and cooler air to circulate, helping to maintain a stable temperature for the PLA filament. That's straight from Google. There's no way it's fake. It's straight from Google. It has to be true. This 34-minute and 8-gram print out of PLA lifts up that glass on the top of your printer, gives it a little spot to sit, and allows more airflow for printing out that PLA and that PETG. Now, of course, if you're going to be printing out ABS, ASA, pretty much anything else, you're going to want to pop that out and close it because those things do need that heated environment. Now, earlier I told you we were going to reduce that multicolor print time by up to 30%, and here is how. This is the AMS buffer holder with a filament change optimization by Joe Bads on MakerWorld. Putting this buffer holder in a more optimal location shortens the distance that the filament has to travel, therefore decreasing your print time and your filament change time. This print is going to take an hour of your time, and the designer recommends printing it in ABS, but I loaded it into MakerWorld and printed it in PETG, so do with that what you will. Now, this will require you to use some heat press inserts, which coincidentally I've already 3D printed, and if you want to see why, check out this video. But if you don't want to build an entire stand for this, a simple soldering iron and the heat inserts themselves will work just fine. You just got to place a couple of them in there to receive the screws that are going to hold your buffer. After that, we're just going to remove some screws from our P1S or our X1C, screw in this holder, and then we're going to screw back in our buffer onto the holder. Next, we're going to take our Bowden tubes, trim them down to a way shorter length, and you can see where the improvement is coming from, and then plug everything back in how it's supposed to. Next, when we're going to do our multicolor prints in Bambu Studios, we're going to update some of those parameters. Now, this is all in the description of the print, so I'm not going to read it out for you. If you print this out, check out the description, but I'm just going to show you how much of an improvement there is. And while we're talking about the AMS buffer, I found this super useful angle corrector on MakerWorld by Batcave. This is a 21-minute print that's only going to take up a couple of grams of your PETG, and it corrects the angle on your buffer and helps solve a ton of different feeding issues that you may have. This print, like the others, is very simple and solves a problem that a lot of people have, and it's with feeding. If you're getting any sort of feed errors with the AMS and the buffer specifically, this might be your problem. That Bowden tube might be at a wonky angle that it just can't feed correctly. Now, this clip just clips right on there, keeps that angle the way that it should be, and will prevent issues in the future or solve your issues that you have now. Either one. Either way, it's a great print that if it's only going to take 23 minutes, why would you not do it just in case it prevents problems in the future? Alright, now that we have all of these super quick multicolor prints and the angle of our buffer is correct, our nozzle is going to be cleaning itself quite a bit. Why don't we improve that with this clip-on nozzle cleaner for your P1S or your X1C. If you've been scrolling on MakerWorld the past couple of months, I am sure that you've seen this or a slightly different version of this, but the same idea. This is a completely clip-in version that requires no modifying of your printer, and that is why I chose it. I didn't want to drill into my printer to have this, and this was the solution that I was looking for. And if you don't know what this does, we're going to take our nozzle cleaner that comes with the A1 series printers, and we're going to use it on our P1S. This one is going to take a little bit more to install, and what I mean by that is some glue. So if you don't have that, then this one might not be for you. But I mean, it's just glue, and if you're 3D printing, you should probably have glue anyways. All we're going to do is cut a small section of the cleaner off. We're going to glue it to this print, and then we're going to snap that print into the chute and make sure that it is fully seated correctly, that your nozzle is just going to barely touch the top of it, just enough to give it a nice good clean. And that's it. Now all of your stringing issues with PETG or maybe some PLA are going to be gone. You shouldn't be getting any of that poop buildup on your build plate. No more weird strings that are going to mess up your prints. It's all just gone now. Solved. See you later. Next, I'm going to give you the answer to the question that I've been getting on so many of my recent videos. What is that build plate on my A1 Mini? And this is actually a great upgrade for all of your Bambu printers. You can get this for your A1 series printers, your P1S, your X1C, any of them. And it is the Panda Cryogrip build plate by Big Tree Tech. I've been using this build plate for quite a while now, and the adhesion on this thing is just next level. And if you don't believe me, watch this. Now you have the options for getting the frostbite, which is for PLA or PETG, and this is what I have behind me that offers that just insane build plate adhesion, or the glacier, which is meant for all of your other different engineering filaments. If you've been having any problems with your prints just not sticking to that build plate, you might want to look into one of these, because I have not once ever had that issue. I've almost had the opposite actually. It's almost hard to get the prints off. You really got to give them a good bend, but this plate can take it. And get this thing is even on Amazon, so if you want to buy it on Amazon, I will give you that link down below. Alright, this last and final upgrade is going to be for every single one of your printers except for that H2D like I said before, but this is going to be the Panda Lux LED upgrade kit, and it's going to work for your A1 Mini, your A1, your P1S, and your X1C. They got a version for everything, and it's actually on sale right now for under $10, so if you were looking for a chance to get it, maybe right now is it. This, again, is a very simple upgrade that just adds more light to your build plate. It adds this magnetic LED strip that plugs into the same place that your original LED strip plugs into, so when you click that light button, this one turns on as well. There's no extra buttons or having to do crazy wiring, it's just plug and play. This one is especially great if you are checking in on your prints a lot from the Bambu app. I know that I do, and a lot of times I'll log in and check my print and the quality is just not that great. It's very low light with that stock light in there and just not good quality, but then you throw one of these things in there and the quality is there. I mean, not all the way because the camera is still the camera, but it's definitely a lot better when you have light to see what's going on. And that is all I have for you today. Those are going to be all of the printed and purchasable upgrades for almost all of your Bambu 3D printers. Maybe one day in the future I'll be able to say all because I'll have the H2D, but by the time that day comes, they're probably going to release another printer, and this is just going to be an endless game of trying to catch up to how every printer. But anyways, if you have any of the basic A1, P1S, X1C 3D printers, I got you covered, so you might as well subscribe because you don't want to miss out on future upgrades, do you? Of course not, so subscribe so you don't miss out. If you did like this video, then you should maybe leave a like because it's just the nice thing to do, let's be honest. And if you have a question or a comment, guess what? Leave them in the comments. If you know of some other printable or purchasable upgrades that I just completely missed out on this video, then also leave them in the comments. And that's also why you should subscribe, so you can see if I find new upgrades, which, let's be honest, I probably will. I'm not gonna lie to you, there's always more upgrades, so I'll just see you guys on the next one. But until then, you should go check out some of my other videos, and the only other thing that I can tell you to do is have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you later.